Have you ever spent some free time relaxing only to have a nice slap that feeling of relaxation out of you? There's something particularly grating about the slack noise in a way that would be impossible to describe to someone that has no association with it. If you were to ask 100 people what the slack sound actually is, you'd get 100 different answers, but very little of them would sound actively unpleasant. Something like a whoosh and then a clicking sound. Tracking the source of the sound creation is a fairly quick Google, but why the sound absolutely drives under your skin is an entirely more interesting topic. Although the science of what sounds are annoying is chock full of gimmicks, pseudoscience, and differing opinions,
High spirits, dude. Key of G minor, 432 hertz.
This needs to stop.
there might actually be some strong scientific reasons why that sound is driving you insane. But first, what actually is that mysterious slack sound? Well, the answer is not surprisingly a two-parter. The first section is a finger rubbing against a toothbrush, and the second is a mouth click. According to a 2011 Wired interview, the sound creator Danny Simmons states that it's the sound where you kind of separate your tongue from the roof of your mouth. A little gross maybe, but this seems to check out. But then why is it so annoying? Neither a toothbrush or a mouth click would usually send you into such a tailspin. The scientific study of what sounds annoy us varies wildly depending on what field you're from. From psychology to biology to anthropology, everyone seems to have an opinion. The 2021 book, Annoying: The Science of What Bugs Us, does a good job covering a lot of these. But in a 2011 German research study, The Psychoacoustics of Chalkboard Squeaking, the researchers concluded that memorably annoying sounds contain a frequency concentration between 2000 and 4000 Hz. They write, "This is remarkable because between 2000 and 4000 Hz, the human ear is most sensitive, and many important acoustic features of speech sound can be found in this frequency band." It's important to note that this isn't an uncommon frequency range. In fact, according to the study, it is on the upper tail of what we're accustomed to hearing in speech and music, so we're particularly sensitive to that range. If we take a look at the beloved knock brush sound in a spectrogram, we can check the audio's concentration of hertz. We see an extremely high concentration between 1 to 1,500 hertz, up to about 3,500 hertz. Almost exactly in that 2 to 4,000 hertz range laid out in the study. If we lay over the range of the ending of the knock brush sound to the chart created by the study, it's extremely similar. I do want to add some massive qualifiers though, that this study is by no means the study, and you definitely shouldn't go around telling people this is scientific proof that the sound is annoying. A 2011 Newcastle University study pushed this science even further by looking at the actual brain waves using an MRI machine to see how the sounds affect it. Among asking the students to rank the most annoying sounds, most of which fell within that 2 to 4,000 hertz concentration range, they also were able to see how their brains actually react to them. What they found is an extremely strong connection between the auditory cortex, which processes sound, and the amygdala, which is responsible chiefly for emotional responses of anger and fear. So when you hear these sounds, the amygdala influences the auditory cortex and heightens it. If you add the extra layer of the noise being disparate and almost sitting exactly in that 2 to 4,000 hertz range your auditory cortex is the most sensitive to, you're creating a perfect storm for a heightened fear or anger response, which the slack sound unintentionally fits perfectly into. I do want to reiterate there absolutely is no scientific consensus on this, and the field is actively being studied and debated. But that being said, if you want to edit out that last line and send it to your boss the next time you want to take a day, I absolutely support that. My name's Gene Sleeper, and I'm pretty new to YouTube, so I'd really appreciate any feedback, comments, subs, etc. I make videos mainly about 2000s web forum users, and this one's a little different, but I was writing a script and I got a Slack notification that sent me on this path. Let me know if you'd like to see more of these videos. I have a couple ideas. Thank you so much.